As I sit here and crunch the numbers on what we spent in one day, you can see just how easy this can be. So can you live here in Thailand, or in particular in Pattaya, on $1,000 a month? This is a topic I've debated actually quite heavily many times, and not only do I think you can do it, I don't even think it'd be that hard. And I think you could actually live a pretty decent life doing so. And in today's video, I'm going to show you just how easy this can be. So the way I'm going to do this is I'll take you to a friend of mine's condo to show you just what you can get for your money here. We'll go through your monthly fixed costs, and with what's left, we'll come up with a budget, and we'll break that down into a daily budget, and we'll see just what you can do with that money. So come along for the ride. This is going to be fun. Now, before we do all this, I'm gonna need some breakfast, so let's get right into it. So for me, when it comes to breakfast, I'm pretty simple. I've got myself an omelette on rice today. This is 40 baht, unbelievably cheap. The water here is free. If you want to have breakfast like this is a pretty standard kind of price. But I don't like traditional Western breakfast, but if you want to have like cereal or toast or something, you definitely save money by doing that. But these are delicious. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Thank you. All right, off to an awesome start, like $1 or whatever for a great breakfast. All right, let's go check out my mate's condo. That's right. Alright, so this is my mate Ian. He lives here in Jomtien Beach, and what are you paying?
I'm paying $6,500 for just rent, and then on average 1,200 to like 1,500 baht a month for electricity. And here, awesome. Since it's government water, we don't have to pay water here, which is pretty cool.
That's really good.
Yeah.
So you take us up and show us around?
Let's do it. Let's go check it out.
Yeah. Alright, so this is a look at what you get for 6,500 baht, and I've actually budgeted for around 7,000 baht because when I looked at a lot of the condos here in Pattaya, they sort of seem to be around that area. Thai people actually get them even cheaper, but for the sake of this video, we're going to go for 7,000 baht as your monthly rent. So 1,000 US dollars is 34,800 baht, so that's what we'll have to start the month, and let's draw up a budget from here. So first off, we'll take off 7,000 baht for rent. Next up is electricity. So I've got 3 of my electricity bills here that sort of vary in price. We've got, this one was 2,000 baht, this one's 1,000 baht, and this one's 1,600 baht. This one was just over 2,000 baht actually. So if you average them together, you get around 1,600 baht. So we'll say that for our electricity cost each month. Next up is water, and as Ian mentioned, he doesn't pay for water here, but I do for my place in Bangkok. Water is incredibly cheap. I pay 54 baht for my water bill. Then we have home internet. I am with AIS and I have 5G Wi-Fi, and that comes to 213 baht a month. Then I have my phone, and that's with True Mobile. I pay 300 baht a month, and that's for unlimited everything. I have 5G, and that's just a general package that you can get. Now the next two will vary person to person. So the first one is insurance. Now I pay 50 US dollars a month, which is 1,740 baht a month. If you want to know who I use for my insurance, just check down in the description below. I've got all the links for that there. And then the last one is visas. Now this is going to vary a lot depending on what visa you come on and how you do it. See, I personally use a visa agent, so that's much more expensive, but it all just gets taken care of me. So on the business visa, I pay 25,000 baht for the year. As I said, if you were to do it yourself, I know it's a lot cheaper. I just don't want to deal with that headache. I know a lot of people watching this would be interested in the retirement visa costs, and I did a quick Google search and came up with a 1 year single entry retirement visa is 2,000 baht for the year. A multi-entry is 5,000 baht. Or a 5-year retirement visa is 10,000 baht. So if you do it yourself, that's what you'll be paying. I would personally recommend using a visa agent because it's a nightmare and they do everything for you. Okay, so adding all that together, the fixed cost for the month is just over 13,000 baht. So that leaves us with about 21,800 baht left for the month. And if we break that down into an average day, we're left with a little over 700 baht to spend each day. And that's a decent amount to live here in Thailand. So on a budget of 700 baht per day, you're not going to be living like a super extravagant lifestyle, but this is a way of showing what you can do on that amount. So the plan for this is I'm going to kind of do what I used to do when I was young and I didn't make much money. You sort of have a few cheap days during the week, and then on the weekend you see what's left, and then you can sort of splurge a bit more. So the idea for today is we'll have a cheap day and we'll see what we spend. So right now we are in Jomtien Beach, just off to go get some lunch. You got a spot?
I know a spot.
All right, let's go. Alright, so we popped into somewhere that's quite reasonably priced for lunch. I got a lab move for 85 baht. You got...
I went with a cashew chicken, 80 baht, I believe.
80 baht?
Yeah, 80
Nice.
baht.
And we both got a Coke and they're 30 baht each. So 105 baht for lunch. Awesome.
$3. Good for me.
Yeah, unreal, right? Oh yeah, awesome lunch. What do you reckon? Time for a beer?
I think it's probably time for a beer.
Yes, sir. So if you're wondering about entertainment, a really cool thing about Pattaya and Jomtien, all this area is there's always something happening here, and most of it's free. So we just stumbled across this. There's a big beach soccer game going on, so thought we'd pop in here and check it out. I had no idea this was on. If you want to live on a budget here, you don't have to have Thai food for every meal. We've come to a great little place across the road from Jomtien Beach. I've got a spaghetti bolognese, and this was 115 baht, which is unbelievable. And look, I mean, like, look where we are. Another unbelievable meal. Let's try this. Oh man, that's surprisingly good. So there you go. As I sit here and crunch the numbers on what we spent in one day, you can see just how easy this can be. Today we were able to save 400 baht off the daily budget, and in theory if you were to do that 5 days a week, then on the weekend you'd have nearly 3,500 baht to spend for going out and socializing. So that will be your biggest expense, is going out and socializing. If you don't drink, living here on $1,000 a month would be really, really easy. It is going to be that alcohol and entertainment are your biggest expenses here. Now, is this a sustainable long-term thing? I don't know. It's going to vary person to person. It depends what you want out of life and what you want to be doing here. I mean, if you're retiring and you're happy to live a very simple life like this, then as you see, you can do it quite easily. If you were to ask me what I think is a good amount to live here quite comfortably, I would probably say double that, around $2,000 a month. You're able to live quite a comfortable life. I spend around $4,000 a month, but I have a very active social life. I'm out traveling a lot. I have kind of an extravagant lifestyle for here in Thailand. And for me personally, the drinking and socializing and going out is my biggest expense. Alright, so thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Leave me a comment below and let me know your thoughts on this.